Hello, dear students. I welcome you all to today's class. We have already been discussing about the age of industrialization, how the industrial sectors have been developing, how it has brought a lot of changes in the industrial sector all over the world. First, we have discussed about London and about the European countries. Many European countries were there which have done lot of innovations in the industrial revolution, but the major credit goes to Britain. Yes, that is there how the changes had happened. Children, one thing here that I wanted to tell you is that when the changes happen, okay, what we need to understand is that the changes that are happening, these changes, why it is called as a revolution. Okay, now revolution हम उसी चीज को कहते हैं जिसमें when the changes happen, जब revolution होता है on a very large scale, तो उसका effect पूरी society पे पड़ता है. The whole society is affected. It is a social, political, economic, at all levels the changes are witnessed. सोशल लाइफ लोगों की बदल जाती है. पहले लोग गाँव में रहते थे, वो शहरों में आ जाते हैं. दे कम टू द सिटीज़ एंड इन दीज सिटीज़ व्हेन दे establish themselves, they face lot of economic problems. गांव में ऐसा नहीं था. गांव में सब मिलजुल के रहते हैं, खूब खाते पीते जो कुछ भी है. I mean, they have food to eat, they live together, happiness is there. And another thing that is important is that in the villages, when these people are staying, they stay in joint family. But now when they come to the cities, the joint family system is broken and they are bound to stay in the nuclear families, and from here family system also breaks. There is a feeling of isolation amongst the women. गांव में रहती हैं तो सब मिल के जुल के काम करते हैं. शहरों में आते हैं, they earn money, they try to manage the home. In the villages, the elder women are there who are there to guide the younger ones. Not only amongst the women category, amongst the male members also this is the condition. Got it? So this was there. So what I wanted to say is economic, political, social, and let me make one thing very clear, religious changes also. Children, it is not only economic, political and social, it is the religious changes also that happen and that affect the lives of the people in the cities. Okay, it was just one aspect that I wanted to discuss. Now we are coming back to topic 3.1. Till now what we have discussed, what we have studied was all about the European countries. Now what we are discussing, how changes happen in India. India, one thing that we need to understand is that India has always been a leading sector in all kinds of business, import, export. All these things have been at the topmost position, and the European countries, पहले ये समझो, try to understand this thing, that the merchants from Asia, okay, here one thing I would like to point out, just check children, it is mentioned here, Armenian and Persian merchants, okay. यहाँ से ये क्या करते थे, they took all the materials, they bought the materials from Punjab, and from here they went to Afghanistan, Eastern Persia and Central Asia. मतलब इंडिया में आते थे, सामान खरीदते थे, and then it was taken to the other parts of the world. Not only to the Asian countries, they used to take these goods to the European countries as well. तो द यूरोपियन कंट्रीज ऑलवेज यूज टू थिंक कि दीज एशियन मर्चेंट्स आर देयर, इतना अच्छा सामान कहाँ से लेके आते हैं. तो माइंड, ओके, देर इज सम प्लेस कॉल्ड इंडिया एंड इट इज सोने की चिड़िया कहते थे इंडिया को. आई होप यू ऑल हैव हर्ड इट. 6-7 में सब में पढ़ा होगा हिस्ट्री. वेन एवर you study a lot about India and you study a lot about the Indian history. Got it? That was there. And the cotton clothes that were made here, they were very fine quality cottons, and very good quality cottons were not available in the other parts of the world. Coarse cotton was made, mota, thick. Okay. तो यहाँ से bale of fine, I'm sorry children, bale of fine textile was carried on camel back. क्या होता था, आते थे ये जो मर्चेंट्स थे, दे यूज टू कम फ्रॉम द सेंट्रल एशिया एंड यहाँ से ऊँट पे सारा सामान लाद के एंड दे यूज टू टेक इट टू दी to the Asian countries and to the European countries as well. Okay. Mountain passes, desert, यहाँ से होते carrying all these goods to the other parts of the world. Not only, देखो, you have to understand there was 2 routes. अब यहाँ पे I will explain you. This is India, ठीक है? You understand? This is the Deccan region, okay? Deccan region में ये तो this is all water, this is all ocean. ये जो ocean वाला रास्ता है, ठीक है? So there was 2 trade routes. One was via sea and other was ये जो यहाँ पे गुजरात देख रहे हो ना, ये गुजरात है. Then here you have the Punjab and यहाँ से this was the roadways to the European countries. यहाँ से बताती हूँ. I'm sorry. ये इंडिया है, ठीक है? गुजरात, पंजाब एंड देन कश्मीर एंड प्लीज़ डोंट जज इट. ऐसे ही मैं आपको समझा रही हूँ. तो रोडवेज ये था, यहाँ पे रोड्स बने हुए थे. फ्रॉम हियर द मटेरियल वाज कैरिड कैमल बैक पे जब लेके जाते थे. बाकी तो द ओशन वाज देयर, दिस वाज ऑल वाटर. ओके. तो दिस इज हाउ द ट्रेड वाज हैपनिंग एंड अ वाइब्रेंट सी ट्रेड वाज देयर. बहुत ही अच्छा समुद्र के रास्ते से जो ट्रेड हो रहा था ना, दैट वाज समथिंग दैट वाज वेरी गुड एंड वेरी वेल happening. This attracted the foreign traders to India. उनको ये लगता था that India has got a vast land which is surrounded by sea. So doing trade is very easy from India and that's why they came to India. They purchased the goods from and ship भर भर के सामान ले जाते थे. Not only on the ship but the ship of desert, that is camel back also. Okay. Major seaport that was there, I am talking during the time of the Mughals. Okay. During the time of Mughals, what was the major seaport? Major seaport was Surat on the Gujarat coast, and India was connected to the Gulf and the Red Sea port. All these areas and all these places were looked after, were counted by the traders. Masulipatam was there on the Coromandel coast and Hooghly in Bengal all had trade links with the Southeast Asian ports. Southeast Asia के जितने भी ports हैं, वहाँ के major ports were connected to, you have to remember these places children. When you are studying this topic, so you have to talk about this. Surat on Gujarat coast, it connected India to Gulf and Red Sea port. Gulf is there. Gulf means the all these Muslim countries, Iran, Iraq, jitna bhi hai. Okay, and then from there only there is the Red Sea. Red Sea se there was this Suez Canal, and from there all the material was being carried to the European countries. Got it? Masulipatam was there, Coromandel coast में another major port. We are talking about major port. सामान export कहाँ से हो रहा था? From which place the material was being exported? That is what we are talking about. Masulipatam was there on the Coromandel coast, and Hooghly was there in Bengal. These all places, okay. Hooghly was there in Bengal. These all places trade links. It was all connected to the foreign countries, and Southeast Asian ports was there. These ports were very active trading centers, and it was always welcoming the goods that was coming from India. India had lot of connections. Now when we talk about the ancient history, in the ancient times India was trading in spices, okay. So spices were the another major good that was being exported, and lot of in demand, not only in Europe, but not only in Asia but in Europe as well, okay. So please remember the major ports. Now this is I'm talking about the board: Surat, Masulipatam and Hooghly. ठीक है, three major ports during the time when the industrialization had started. During that time, three major ports were very active here: Surat in Gujarat coast, then you have the Masulipatam on the Coromandel coast, and Hooghly that was there in Bengal. Now that was happening. Who were the people who were involved in this trade? Many Indian merchants and bankers. This trading system was carried on a very large scale, and bankers, you know, the people from the Gujarat region, they have been into banking. पैसे लेना है, interest देना है, and all these things they were carrying on. So money exchange was also happening, okay. You need to know that. Financing production, काम क्या करते थे? What all work they were doing? Financing production, carrying goods, supplying exporters, all this was being done by the Indian merchants and the bankers. Because this is again a frequently asked question in the boards, that what were the functions or what were the work that the Indian merchants and bankers were involved in. So this kind of network of trade was happening, where financing production, carrying goods, supplying exporters, everything, all this work was looked after by the Indian merchants, okay. Then what happened? Supply merchants were there. पहले तो क्या है कि money is needed, so finances were there, goods are to be carried, then exporters were there, and then merchants were there who linked the port towns to the inland regions. Port towns were linked to the inland regions. सामान उठाना है from the ports, got it? All the material was to be picked from the port, and it was to be carried on to the various parts of India. हर जगह इन सामानों की ज़रूरत थी, okay. And the Britishers were also involved in this, that is there. तो ये क्या करते थे? They gave advances to the weavers. यहाँ पे आते थे cotton. Right now we are discussing about the cotton business, okay. हम अभी आयरन एंड स्टील के बारे में बातें नहीं कर रहे हैं. राइट नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग ओनली अबाउट द कॉटन बिजनेस. सो दे गिव एडवांसेस टू द वीवर्स. यहाँ के जितने भी बिजनेस हैं, जितने भी वीवर्स हैं, ऑल द पीपल हु वर इन्वॉल्व इन टू द कॉटन बिजनेस, they procured woven cloth from the weaving villages. There were villages which were all involved into weaving business. पूरा माने कि बुनाई का काम करते थे. And they carried the material to the port. Port में big shippers were there, export merchants were there, and ब्रोकर्स वेयर देयर कि अरे नहीं इतने में पैसे, मतलब वी आर नॉट टेकिंग मनी, वी आर नॉट परचेजिंग इन दिस मच मनी, थोड़ा पैसा कम करो, एंड ऑल दिस काइंड ऑफ business में लॉट ऑफ बार्गेनिंग हैपन्स ना. So goods were bought from the supply merchants, and then it was taken to the मतलब inland. ये सारा internally all these process was happening inside India, और उसके बाद it was happening at other places. It was taken care at other places. 1750s में what happened? This complete network, all this network controlled by Indian merchants, the way it was being carried on, ये जितना भी network था, Indian merchants were controlling. Now it was started breaking down. Why? Because European countries were gaining power. हम किस समय की बात कर रहे हैं? We are talking about a period in 1750. Now सबसे पहले इन्होंने क्या किया? What did they do? अभी नाउ यू विल सी द ब्रिटिश स्मार्टनेस. अभी आपको यहाँ पे ब्रिटिशर्स की चालाकी नजर आएगी. इंडिया में आए क्यों थे? व्हाई डिड दे कम टू इंडिया? They had come to India for business purpose. Okay, they never came to rule India. Always remember that Britishers had never come to rule India. They came for the business purpose. They saw the administrative problems, the political problems, and then they started ruling India. Okay, always remember. तो they took, जब आप कुछ भी काम करते हो तो वहाँ पे आपको you want license. Of course, you need a permit now to go in any country and to do the business. You need permit. So they took the permit from the Indian rulers, from the local court, and monopoly rights to trade. खाली Britishers trade करेंगे. No other country will come to trade. Got it? That was the rights that was given to them, and all the old ports of Surat, Hooghly, it declined. The local merchants were operating from these places, and export from these ports fell dramatically. सूरत एंड हुगली जो मुगल्स के टाइम में वन ऑफ द मोस्ट फ्लरिशिंग places were there for business purpose, it declined. Britishers had come, and which were these new ports? मुंबई, चेन्नई एंड कोलकाता. लेकिन उस समय क्या नाम था? बॉम्बे, मद्रास एंड कैलकाटा. ठीक है, आई एम टॉकिंग ऑफ दोज टाइम्स नेम्स. ओके, तो एक्सपोर्ट्स फेल dramatically, and trade that was happening on very large scale. Local bankers slowly went bankrupt. Britishers were taking everything in their hand now. So the Britishers wanted the things to happen in their own manner. Initially, all the credit that was being given, all the people, all the banking business that was being carried on by the bankers, it gradually and slowly was coming down. Try to understand bankrupt. Indian bankers का पैसे का लेन देन, Britishers always wanted to deal in money. So all the money related matters they kept in their own hands. Okay. तो 17th century में what happened, that the gross value of trade which was passing through सूरत से पहले, I am sorry, 16 मिलियन का सामान बाहर जाता था. 1740s it came down to 3 million. ठीक है, पहले imagine what was the amount, what was the total money, what was the total money people were earning from these places. Now it had come to 3 million. अभी ये देखो, one very nice picture is here, children. The factory that was made at Surat. Beautiful picture where you will see, ये देखो सी आपको दिख रहा है, और यहाँ पे इन्होंने अपनी फैक्ट्री, they have laid down their factory here. You know, again I would say this, whatever we tell them, their business strategies was very different. वो उनका जो काम करने का तरीका था वो बिल्कुल अलग था. The way they were doing the business, the way they carried on their business, it was something very effective. Okay. Just see. English factory at Surat in 17th century, 17th century drawing. So children, see, this is a handmade painting, handmade, and how well they have shown the complete business that was happening. I really salute to the people who have made this kind of paintings, these kind of sketches, because the lack of resources were there. The sketches that were made during that time, उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा कारीगरी तो नहीं हो पाती थी, बहुत मटेरियल भी अवेलेबल नहीं था, बट लुक एट द काइंड ऑफ प्रिसिशन दैट इज देयर. ओके, why I am explaining these pictures in this manner is that because pictographic questions also come. So we need to discuss about the pictures. You need to know each and every picture very in a very subtle manner. बहुत ध्यान से आपको इन पिक्चर्स के बारे में पता होना चाहिए. ओके, तो I just now I told you during the time of the places which were important for trade, जहाँ से सामान एक्सपोर्ट होता था, सूरत एंड हुगली. These places and its importance was coming down, and the new places which were coming up, कौन कौन से थे? बॉम्बे एंड कैलकाटा. Old port cities were moving to the new ones. It was that the colonial power was gaining importance. Colonial power was going up day by day, and the trade that was happening through the new ports, it was controlled by the European companies. The Europeans, they took care of all the export that was happening from these new trading towns, that was Bombay and Calcutta. It was happening in the European ships. You know, there is one saying, I'm just sharing it with you, apart from this what we have been doing till now. There is a common saying that all the British officers who were coming, जितने भी British officers यहाँ आते थे, when they used to come to India, they used to come with one suitcase. एक सूटकेस लेके आते थे, एंड व्हेन दे यूज्ड टू गो बैक, तो दे ओन देयर ओन शिप. अपने आते थे एक सूटकेस लेके किसी तरह से स्ट्रगल करते हुए, और जब वापस जाते थे तो इतना पैसा कमा लेते थे दैट अपना एक शिप खरीद लेते थे. सो इमेजिन द काइंड ऑफ मनी दैट दे यूज्ड टू मेक इन इंडिया. ओके, many old trading houses, पुरानी जो companies थी, the old companies that were there, and the way they were carrying on their business during the time of Mughals. Once upon a time, they were the richest people of the city. Now they started becoming a very poor category. उनका business पूरी तरह से destroy हो गया, and the new business that was coming up, it was by the Britishers. So now one thing here we need to understand is that now people had to operate within a network shaped by the European trading companies. The Europeans have made their own trading company. तो अगर किसी को पैसा कमाना है, if anybody wants to earn money, they have to be a part of the European trading companies. Very gradually and slowly and very effectively these trading companies have taken up. सारा पावर इन्होंने हाथ में लिया था, धीरे धीरे करके लिया था, लेकिन इसका बहुत असर हुआ. ओके, एंड देयर वाज अ शिफ्ट from Surat and Hooghly. From Surat and Hooghly, there was a shift to Bombay and Calcutta. What was happening with the weavers? ये जो लोग अभी तक सामान सप्लाई कर रहे थे, उनके साथ क्या हो रहा था? What were they doing? Let's understand that. What is that? Just look at the next topic, children. What happened to the weavers? In weavers के साथ, what was the condition that had happened? East India Company power had consolidated after 1760s. Initially what happened that They did not they were gradually and slowly they were taking up, but it had an impact on the textile exports from India. Okay. British cotton industries, it did not expand the way they were trying to expand. So they wanted to expand the textile exports from India. इंडिया से वो अपना एक्सपोर्ट जो टेक्सटाइल एक्सपोर्ट था, दे वांटेड टू एक्सपैंड, दे वांटेड वेरी गुड क्वालिटी टेक्सटाइल, वेरी गुड क्वालिटी कॉटन फ्रॉम इंडिया. पूरा मार्केट दे वांटेड टू कैप्चर. गॉट इट? ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग. So they established political power in Bengal and Carnatic in 1760s and 1770s. Children, here we are talking about the Battle of Plassey and the Battle of Buxar and the Carnatic Wars. Carnatic Wars, try to understand that ये वो लोग हैं, Tipu Sultan and Hyder Ali, all these people who were there, they were resisting the Britishers. Because Britishers, the business that they were expanding, it was not according to the Indian style, according to the Indian rulers' benefit. वो सिर्फ अपना benefit देख रहे थे. They were ignoring the benefit of the Indian rulers. So from here started the opposition. Now because ब्रिटिशर्स सारी चीज़ें सह लेते थे. दे एक्सेप्टेड एंड दे टॉलरेटेड एवरीथिंग. लेकिन जहाँ पैसे की मार पड़ती थी ना, वेयर देयर वाज मनी लॉस हैपनिंग, वो बिल्कुल बर्दाश्त नहीं कर पाते थे. दे कुड नॉट टॉलरेट एनी काइंड ऑफ अ मनी लॉस. ओके. सो द फ्रेंच, द डच, पोर्तुगीज, लोकल ट्रेडर्स, they all were competing in the market. अच्छे से अच्छा कपड़ा मिलने के लिए they wanted to gain the best quality cloth with them. So a lot of business rivalry was there, and weavers and the merchants who were there, they started bargaining and they tried to sell the produce to the best buyers, and they in their letters what happened, they went back to London. Company officials continuously complained that there was difficulties of supply and high prices were there. India से goods वो बाहर ले जाते थे. They have to pay a lot of money to the Indian traders, and they did not want. So weavers, supply merchants, they wanted the best buyer. So company officials definitely wanted the best quality good. Best quality good के लिए they have to pay a lot of money, and they complained to the company officials. They complained back London that बहुत नुकसान हो रहा है. The way they want to gain profit in India, they were not getting it. But still, East India Company, they managed to establish the political power. All the power when it in their hands. Remember वो Siraj-ud-Dawla and all that, जितने भी rulers थे, Battle of Buxar was there, Kumar Singh, these rulers were continuously being defeated. और जैसी जैसी जगहों पे वो कब्जा करते जा रहे थे, they were taking the complete business in their hands, defeating the Indian rulers and taking the business in their hands. That was their major tactics of making money. Okay. So there was management and control that would eliminate competition. Everything they were managing on their own. They did not want any outsider to interfere. They control the cost, how to buy the goods, in which market the goods would be sold, where are they taking the in Delhi, in Mumbai, sorry, in London also, कितने दाम पे सामान बेचना है, कितना खरीदना है, and they ensured regular supplies of cotton and silk goods. Okay, that was there. Cotton goods and silk goods, there has to be a regular supply of that. They wanted that. So how did they do it? ये जो इन्होंने अपने आप को द वे दे हैव एस्टैब्लिश्ड देमसेल्व्स इन द इंडियन मार्केट, हाउ डिड दे डू इट एंड व्हाट वाज द प्रोसेस दैट दे फॉलोड, ये हम करेंगे इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. टुडे वी हैव डिस्कस्ड how the British have established themselves, how did they destroy the traditional market of India, and when they have established themselves, then how did they flourish their trade. We will be talking about it in the next class, children. Till then, keep revising and discuss your questions in the online classes, and thank you children, and all the best to you.